These are your Unit 3A, Day 9 notes. We are working on Standard 3A, I can interpret key features. We've been working on Standard 2B, I can solve equations. Now we're identifying key features of some of these equations. So far we've looked at equations where there's exactly one solution. So x is equal to some value. All right, so there's been only one solution. But it is possible to have no solutions or many solutions. When in math they use the term infinitely many. That's the fancy way. But as long as you recognize that you can either have no solutions, one solutions, or many solutions, you're good to go. So please make sure you have this information in your notes. Now I'm going to show you what equations that have no solutions or many solutions look like. So first, we have our typical equation over here with variables on both sides. So we are going to follow the steps for solving an equation with variables on both sides of the equal sign. So I look here, I check for distribution. I have distribution on this side, so I need to do that. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times -6 is -12. And then I record the rest of the equation, which is my plus x, and that is equal to 3x minus 12. Now I look, do I have like terms on one side of the equation? I look over here, I have a 2x and an x. Those are like terms, so I must combine them. I have my 2x and my x. 2x plus x is equal to 3x. And then I still have my minus 12. If I get to this side, I have 3x minus 12. So it's interesting. You look here and you can see, oh, well, this side is equal to this side. That's weird. And these are the type of problems that we're talking about. Now remember, when we had variables on both sides of the equation, we needed to combine them. In order to do that, we moved one of the terms over. So I have my 3x here, and I'm going to move it over here so it's with this 3x. And you're going to notice that something interesting happens. So I have a positive 3x, so I need to eliminate it from this side by subtracting. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. So 3, if I look right here, 3x minus 3x, that's equal to 0. It's gone. So I only have a -12 on this side. Now if I go over here, look, I have a 3x minus 3x. Well, now the x is gone from this side, and I'm left with -12. So if I look at this equation, now I'm left with -12 equals -12. Well, guess what? When you solve an equation like this, if you end up with the same answer on both sides, you know what that means? There are many solutions. There is more than one. And why is that? That is because -12 is equal to -12. Now let's try this next one. This one is going to show you an example of no solution. My first step is always, I'm just going to start solving like I would any other equation, because I don't know until I start solving, is there one solution, no solutions, or many? So this is an example, you guys, right now, though, of one with no solutions. But like I said, you just solve the normal way to figure that out. So I look for distribution, no distribution over here, no distribution over here. Next, I look for like terms on each side. Oop, I got 2 x's over here, so I got some like terms on this side. When I do 7x minus 2x, I am left with only 5x over here. And then I have to include my plus 9. It doesn't just disappear. And then I look over at this side, and I have like terms over here as well. You can see I have this plain number here, and this plain number here. So I have to combine my like terms on this side of the equation as well. So with here, I have -6 plus 10. -6 plus 10 is equal to 4. And I need to keep my 5x. I haven't done anything with that. So on this side of the equation, now I have 5x plus 4. And this side is 5x plus 9. We can see we have variables on both sides of the equation. So I must combine them by moving one over. I have a positive 5x, so to eliminate it from this side, I need to subtract 5x. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. So I'm going to subtract 5x from this side and subtract 5x from this side. 5x minus 5x is 0, so that's gone, and I'm left with 4. 5x minus 5x is 0, so I'm left with 9. So if you can see, now that we've done the steps to solve this equation, we are left with an answer 9 equals 4. Well, does 9 equal 4? No, that doesn't make any sense. And that is why this is an example of an equation with no solution. Okay, so what we've learned is a solution that is the same on both sides of the equation has infinitely many solutions. I'm just going to write many solutions because I'm not that fancy. Okay, and then a number equals a different number that's a different number has no solution. Okay, so if it's the same number on both sides, many solution. If they're different numbers, there's no solution. Okay, so I'm going to do this next one for you, and then you are going to be expected to do these 3 on your own. So we have the equation 3 times the quantity x plus 4 equals 3x plus 11. Okay, so let's solve this. We check for distribution. We can see I have 3 times the quantity x plus 4, so 3 times x is equal to 3x. And we have 3 times 4, and that is equal to 12, so 3x plus 12 is equal to 3x plus 11. At this point, you can probably see, like, oh, there's no way that that's going to have the same number on both sides. So I know there's no solution, but I still want you guys to walk through all the steps. So now, since we have variables on both sides of the equation, we need to move one of the variables over. So I have a positive 3x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, minus 3x and minus 3x. 3x minus 3x is 0, so I'm simply left with 11 over here. 3x minus 3x is 0, so I'm left with 12 over here. Does 12 equal 11? Nope. So there are no solutions. Okay, so your job right now is to try these 3 on your own. Okay, so remember, you're following the steps we've been using to solve equations with variables on both sides. You got to distribute, check for your like terms, and then go ahead and follow the normal steps to solving an equation. But you are going to end up with an answer where either the numbers are the same or the numbers are different. If they're the same, many solutions. If they're different, no solutions. Okay, so pause the video and do these on your own, please. Okay, hopefully you tried and completed these on your own. You can see that the answer for number 2 is no solutions. The answer for number 3 is many solutions. And the answer for number 4 is no solutions. Please make sure that if you did something incorrectly, that you go back through and you correct it and check to see what your mistake was. Okay, we are going to continue to work on this in class tomorrow and the next day. So if you're a little confused, no big deal. You're going to get it. I'll see you in class tomorrow.